Okay, so this video is going to be a lot of more talking. So I'm going to tell you that up front. And no, I don't have any early access to Ableton Move, but that's what we're going to talk about. Ableton Move is a new product that is coming out. Now, we don't know exactly what it is. I say product, but it could be software, it could be hardware. We've heard some speculations. We've seen some video teasers that Ableton put out. I'm not going to play their teaser on here. You can take a look at those. But I'll tell you a few things, 3 things in particular that I hope to see with this device they're coming out with that would make me more prone to grab it. Now, I am not a Ableton Push 3 owner, though at times I've had it in a cart many times actually where I've thought about getting it. One of the things that stopped me from getting it is I'm used to working in the arranger. Now, most people that use Ableton that are into the live portion of it are spending most of their time creating in here, which is the session view. Now, session view allows you to trigger things, and you can use these with launch pads too, as well as their keyboards, the launch key, to trigger your tracks when you're making loops, which I understand that for a lot of people, they work in loops and want that workflow. I feel more free in here. So, of course, this new device coming out probably will not have the arranger for you to use. But I would like to see a couple, or at least one for sure, instrument in its full capability, and that is the simpler. So this is simpler. You can drag and drop, for those that don't know. For those that know, this probably won't interest you at all. But you can drag and drop a sample. So for instance, here's some cinematic drums, right? You can drag and drop a sample in there. You have classic, which just plays through as long as you hold it, and when you let it off, it goes away. One shot where you just hit it once, it plays all the way through. And then you have slice. And with slice, you can warp, right? You can do the warp in any of them, actually. You can see it's right here. But on slice, you can do that. You can change it by the transients, the beats, the region, or manually do it. So there's regions right there. If you do beats, it will pick up based on what your division is here. So we're going to do regions. But imagine having the full capabilities here. Right? And one of the things that you can do in the push that you can't do on a regular keyboard without using another device. There, I'll show you if I can find it. There is a device that you can download. I got it for free, and I think it's out there. Let's see if I can figure out where I put it. That allows you to chop. There it is, AZ Labs pad. If you throw it in there, I think you throw it in. Oh, let me see. There we go. So if you have this little device in this particular way, and you don't have a keyboard, you don't have the push, you can play your chops. So this little free thing from AZ-Labs is really amazing. And I really think Ableton should just include this in their software. I know their fascination on trying to sell you their devices and stuff. That's $2,000. Yeah, but not everybody can afford that. The program alone would cost you a lot of money when you first buy into it, at least. So yeah, we need something that's not so much. So being able to play your slices is going to be nice if they come out with this Ableton Move and it has that ability. And definitely have to have the full capabilities of simpler. To me, this is like one of the biggest pulls next to what I'm about to show you next to use Ableton. because it is incredibly good. Let's just say that. So the next thing that everybody's going to want to see in there, or at least I think everyone's going to want to see, I'm trying to get to these sample packs and find a different sample so you don't have to listen to the same thing. Now these samples, we're going to pull one in. I was trying to find out what this sample was recorded in. 90 BPM. So right now it just sample matched it. See, it put it at 90. Let's say I want to play this at a slower BPM, like 68. Well, the warp, but I'm going to use Complex Pro. Click warp. We'll warp it, and now the sample will play at that speed. But there's more to it, because I want this to technically be 8 bars instead of just 6 or whatever it changed it to. So I'm going to hit and J, consolidate it into there, and then grab the end of it and drag it out. Okay, so now it's 8 bars. If I hit Command J, it consolidates it and it makes it BPM at 68. So being able to warp stuff, and take that sample from what you heard over here, which was to yeah. So would love to see this. So being able to warp, adjust, and I didn't even get into the whole factor of you can move parts and bits and pieces and things of that nature. So simpler, man, if they put that in the Ableton Move and then the portability is already the given if it's a device, right? I'm assuming that based on what we've heard so far, it seems like it's a device. So if it's a portable device, definitely smaller than the Push 3, because the Push 3 is kind of big. If you've ever seen the MPC Key 37, imagine half of that is about what the Push 3 is. And I'm talking about in length and width. It's about half the size. So it's kind of a big device that doesn't fit, as far as I know, in a standard backpack. I've played with one in the stores. I haven't actually owned one though. So somebody that owns one can speak more on it, but it's pretty hefty device for what it is. So the other thing that I'm thinking too is with the Ableton Move is the fact that if they could put a battery in there that's now more affordable, smaller, I'm sure even the hard drive, you could put an SSD in that thing, a stick, and just let it ride. Also, if they threw a SD card or a micro SD card on it, that would be nice to be able to get your samples off of an SD card. And the other thing, and the most important thing, is the price. I think in the world we're living in today, with technology the way it is and companies being as big as they are, you would think they would give a reasonable cost to this stuff, because they're getting stuff made from different countries and different places and whatever, that they can make it affordable. So it'd be nice to see it to be more of closer to the $500 or $600 range, something around the price of maybe the SP404. That would be the perfect price, about the $500 range, maybe $600 range at the most. I think anything getting past that it could get kind of tough to want it unless it's extremely upgradable. And I don't know. So Ableton Move, we're going to know on the, what is it, the 8th or the 9th? Should be Tuesday of next week. I'm filming this video. I always put my videos out the same day I film them. So within seconds of finishing, I'm uploading it immediately. There's no editing involved. So today is October the 4th, Friday. I think it's Tuesday we get the announcement. So we'll see what they do. But these are just some of the features. So warping, simplers, full features, and then the price is going to be a crucial thing for us to have. Now, I don't expect them to have all the instruments in there, but it would be nice, outside of simpler, it would be nice to see the roar in there. A couple of the features in here that are big. Maybe they won't have drift and meld, but that would be cool too. So some of the instruments and some of the tools that we have in Ableton would be nice to see them in this little machine, whatever it is going to be. I'm assuming that it is a machine. That's what I'm assuming. Could be wrong. Might not even be that. Might be something totally different. I just don't know. But it would be nice to see those features in there. And I'm not so much worried about all the instruments, but simpler is kind of important. And definitely the ability to time stretch and all that stuff. All right, that's the end of this video. Enough of me talking about it. Tuesday, we'll kind of get an answer. I'll give you my feedback on Tuesday regarding what I think once we know what it is. And that's where I'll leave this video. All right, I'm out.